this week on the Isaac Carree Show?
Honestly would say I understand. I get it. Because I understand people who aren't able to get past that chapter of my life. But what I really want them to understand most, you remember my failure, but don't miss God's faithfulness. And when I say that, it's because, yes, I failed. Yes, I made a mistake. I ain't blaming nobody. I'm not making excuses for it. But when you see the faithfulness of God since then, how God was able to repurpose, to take what the enemy meant for evil and not deem to be churchy and really walk me through that. I've had women come to me and said, you know what, I thank you for your testimony. Thank you for explaining how abuse works. Because a lot of them still have felt like it was their fault. Like if I wouldn't have did this, then they would. I say, no, abuse is not even a mistake. A mistake is forgetting your wallet at home. Abuse is a choice. Like it's a decision.
First off, they done get that boy a show. Some of y'all like, hell no. But heaven only knows what he gon' say. On any given day, it might be cray. Still gonna be at church on Sunday, yeah. It's about life and love and all of the above, yeah. Only God can judge, that ain't me. You can speak your truth, ain't nothing they can do. It's a safe space with Isaac Carree. Ooh-wee. The Isaac Carree Show. Welcome to the Isaac Carree Show! Yes, sir! Where we promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God! Yes, sir. Listen, it's about to be an amazing show, but I'm gonna tell you right now, as I tell you every episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's crucial that you guys are on alert that when we come on live, you already in the building. Make sure you like it and share it with everybody you know. Can you do that for your boy? I appreciate it. Today's show, I wanna call this show buffoonery, because it's gonna be a whole fool. My main man, 50 Grand, is in the building. I'm telling you right now, it's about to be crazy. He is Houston-bred songwriter, producer, known for his powerful storytelling and impactful music. Originally focused on sports and media, he found his true calling in gospel music, releasing his debut album in 2004, You Survived. Since then, he has recorded 12 albums, earning him 2 Grammy nominations for Identity and the hit single Hold On, featuring Fred Hammond and Monica. James Fortune, that's my guy, has achieved 12 #1 hit singles on the Billboard Gospel Air Chart, where he is the first artist to tie Kirk Franklin for the most #1s in history. Inspired by Kirk Franklin, Fortune's signature MC style blends narration with heartfelt lyrics. His latest album, My Life, was born from personal struggles with pressure, depression, and self-doubt, delivering messages of hope and perseverance. In addition to leading Fireworld Entertainment, he is also the founder and the host of the greatest show on this side of glory, Fortune's Live Talent on YouTube and Facebook. Fortune is also a devoted husband and father, using his platform to uplift and inspire. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Isaac Carree Show. Mr. One of the most difficult things to do. James Fortune! Let's go, my guy.
I'm with my brother, man.
James, you're in the building.
Congratulations, first and foremost. First, give it unto God. And I got to congratulate you, man. I'm so excited for you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me. Of course, you had to have me. But thank you. I still got to say thank you. But, man, I'm excited. This is beautiful. This whole team. We'll talk about that. But this is awesome, man. I'm so happy for you, bro.
Man, thank you.
Congratulations. It's so professional. It's nice.
I wanted you to be here with me.
I'm here with you.
Yo, James, I want to start here, bro.
Okay.
When we first met, we were on tour.
Yep.
It was Kirk Franklin, James Fortune, and Fire. I don't even know who else was on the show, but I know those 2 people was on the show.
Yep.
And we were somewhere like in Louisiana or something.
Yeah, it was Longview, Texas.
Longview, Texas.
Yep.
And I'll never forget, James had opened up for Kirk. And him, Fire, Zacardi, they were destroying that building. So you gotta understand, when you're on the set, when you're headlining, the headliners always come out to see the opening acts.
Yeah.
So I went to the front of the house.
Yeah.
And I was back there, and I have heard of James, but I've never officially met him.
Yeah.
And the way that boy was destroyed that stage, that was the first time in my life, and everybody in this room gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. James Fortune is responsible for Isaac Carree tapping stages. That was the first stage I ever tapped in my life.
But that's what's crazy. That's the most memorable part about that show for me. Because of course I knew you, I was a fan, even though you didn't really know me. So when to see you, Isaac Carree, at the stage, I mean, this was a long time. I was just starting, tapping the stage, like celebrating, like worshiping and praising with us, man. That was amazing to me because, of course, you see the people and it was it was incredible and powerful. But to see Isaac Carree tapping the stage, one of my favorite singers, one of the most incredible singers of our time, I felt like I had made it. I had made it, Doc.
So Change Church, PD, Tasha Cobbs, Leonard, Todd, Galberth, he is responsible. He birthed Isaac Carree. James, don't do it! Shut up, James!
Man.
And we've been tapping ever since.
Ever since we've been tapping, man. That meant so much to me. And, because I think a lot of times as new artists, man, we trying to, find our way. We want that, if we be honest, we want that approval from our peers, people that you've looked up to. So to get that from you, man, meant the world. That's my most memorable moment of our first time meeting.
Bro, James, I will never forget that day, bro. Y'all, it was almost like we about to let them have it. Y'all was boom. It was so bad, bro. I went from, bro, you understand, when I say front of the house, that means I was at the soundboard in the back of the arena. I walked through thousands, it had to be about 6,000, 7,000 people there.
Yeah.
I walked through.
Yep.
And hit that stage. I was putting on his pants leg. I was hitting Zacardi's calf. They was like, and then it's almost like y'all energy just went up.
Yeah, because I didn't know where you came from. But when we saw, and you gotta think, first of all, me and Zacardi are two of the biggest John P. Key fans. So It goes way back to then. So we know where you came from. But when we saw you, we said, oh, we hit the bit. We gotta go just a little bit higher there. I was at the front of the stage. So, man, that meant a lot to me, man. You'll never know that impact that had on me. So thank you for that,
ever since then, James, we have been, we're about to show our age a little bit.
Yeah.
We've been rocking through Social Cam.
Right? Social Cam.
Bro, we were Social Cam kings. Social Cam, all the Black Planet, everything. We have been like, we were going live back then, bro.
Back then.
I would come to Houston. You would take me around the city. We would go everywhere, bro. And we built a brotherhood that is, man, I think you like one of my closest friends in the world. Like you and Todd are like my closest friends in the world, literally. And the relationship that we built, bro, I mean, I know your family.
Yeah.
You know mine. We've taken vacations together. We traveled together.
Yeah.
It's just, what does that mean to you when you can have a brotherhood, a true brotherhood with one of your peers?
Yeah, it meant a lot. First of all, because it extended past, a lot of people say, oh, that's just an artist relationship. We got a lot of those. That's just an artist relationship. It extended past that. And you never really know how authentic or how strong a relationship is until it goes through some trials. Like it's great to talk about the vacation. We've been to Disney together. We've been to concerts together. But you never know when you go through things and everybody else scatters and runs away. It's who's left standing. And I think that's what was so special and meant so much to me, Ike, is that you were a friend and a brother, not just clapping for my success, but covered me in my shame. And I think for me, that meant so much to me because like you see, okay, yeah, everybody number ones, everybody celebrating the Stellars. But man, when you going through stuff and it's public and everybody talking about it and you say, man, he's still with me. And even when it's not popular, it's like you literally taking criticism for standing with me. Not that you were accepting, my mistakes that I made. It wasn't about that. It was like, no, I'm covering my brother. I'm walking him through this process. Yes, I'm holding him accountable. Yes, I'm making sure he's going through this proper therapy and what he needs, but you never abandoned me. You held me accountable. And so, man, that's what really showed me. Because we can think people with us, man, but you don't really know until you get, I don't care if it's a relationship, friendship, whatever it is, it's tested when you go through trials.
100%, bro. I specifically remember, bro, like artists, preachers coming to me saying, you dumb.
Yeah.
For even being seen with him in this time of his career. I was like, No, you dumb, because you ain't loyal.
Yeah.
Like, he's my guy. He was my guy when everything was good.
Yeah.
He's my guy when he was on top of the world. James, you were on a trajectory where you were gonna be out of here.
Yeah.
And you had one of the greatest radio shows, the James Fortune Show. You was that guy.
Yeah.
And then you went through adversity and everybody scattered. I was like, I would never do that.
Yeah.
And so I remember that, bro. And that point brings me to this. I remember being in Atlanta. You came here doing some work. And anytime I come to Houston, you'll pick me up from the hotel. We together for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And you come to Atlanta, I did the same. I picked you up, I hung out with you, we went to get something to eat, and I was taking you back to the hotel. We dapped up, hugged you, I love you. Boom, you left, I went to the crib.
Yeah.
And James, it was maybe a few days later that you called me and told me what?
I literally had already planned out how I was gonna take my life with Xanax. Because I had been prescribed antidepressants through all of this, and I was like, literally, like, you don't know that moment was one of the moments that really saved my life. With that and Ali, what we all kind of going through in that season, and I was like, bro, I had already made up my mind what I was going back to my hotel to do. I was like, man, I just, because for me, I didn't feel like I still had purpose. Like, I didn't feel like God could repurpose what I had went through, and it's the damage. It wasn't so much about how I felt, it's about what it did to my family. It's about the impact. That was so hard to go through. People talk, people put comments, all of that was cool, but that was hurtful. But to see when people saying stuff to my kids at school, or people, the impact that it had on my family, that was the hardest thing for me. That was so hard for me to survive. And so, man, when I shared that with you, you were like, because I tried to, you could tell it was something on me, like it was a weight, but you didn't really know that I was one decision away from being out of here.
Oh my God. And then we went to Birmingham months later for I Lead.
Yeah.
And you testified, you gave that testimony, and literally your testimony, like, I've been in church all my life and I've seen it before, but I have never seen it on this level of impact. When Tasha gave you the mic and you gave your testimony in front of probably like 7,000 people, which was, first of all, that's big, because most people don't even talk about what they go through privately, right?
Man.
And you gave that testimony, you said, I Lead saved my life.
Yeah.
And everything in that room broke. People on their face crying. We were at the altar crying. We cried so much we were hydrated. We needed IV.
Right.
We was like, it was bad.
Right. But let me tell you, see, I had stopped going to church because I felt most uncomfortable at church. Like, that's where
James,
most
you hit up against something.
If
you felt
I'm being
most uncomfortable in church.
That's where the most looks and the most talking and the most, like, I felt more comfortable, honestly, hanging out, drinking, kicking it at, little bars and stuff. Church was a place that I really had kind of distanced myself from. Not that I was even blaming the church. I was still dealing with a lot of blame with me. So when I get to I Lead and I experienced the presence of God again, because I had tried to distance myself from it. It's almost like, when we talk about, how David danced out of his clothes. Well, people don't realize the reason he did that was because the ark had been taken and it was at Obed-Edom's house. So when he got it back, it was like, no, I'll be even more undignified than this. It's something about when you haven't felt his presence in a while and you get it back, it will make you lose your mind. So I Lead, and I'm still what's crazy. I told Tasha when she called me, want to be a part, first I was like, yes, sis, but I said, but you don't have to don't put me on a flyer, because I didn't want her to take heat for even having me on it. Like, I can't believe you got him on. But she was like, brother, what are you talking about? Like, you're my brother. Like, no, you're going to be on the flyer and you're going to come be a part of I Lead.
And you're going to do something.
And you're going to do something. And she put me on. At a time, like I say, it wasn't popular. I was, being ostracized for choices that I made. I'm not blaming nobody else.
That's called accountability.
Being accountable. And so for that room to shift like that, just for me, just being honest, I wasn't singing a song. I wasn't ministering a song, just telling my testimony. That transparency broke through, and it just, man, what God did at that moment, it just shut the whole room down.
It shut the room down.
That whole program was over at that moment.
I will never forget that as long as I live, bro. It was so refreshing, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you something, and this blessed me. There were people, James, your life, your testimony, the fact that you took accountability, you went down the roads of going through therapy and all those things.
Yeah.
There were people that called you and apologized to you.
Yeah.
And said, I wished bad on you.
Yeah.
I talked about you like a dog.
Yep.
And I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Like, what did that mean for you, for people that you had no idea?
Right. I mean, I honestly didn't even feel like, this is what's crazy. Like you said, I didn't even know they were talking about me. Like they were literally just putting themselves out there, like,
Right.
And I'm like, wow. But that's how God convicted them, and it shows a level of maturity for them to be able to
Absolutely.
say, look, man, I'm sorry. Like I was one of the ones spreading, passing on the message, and I deeply wish that you would forgive me, and I just want to repent to you, and that meant a lot to me, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest, because it really, really hurt to see other artists or pastors who I had actually ministered through in their struggle.
Yeah.
Helped them get through their divorce or their trials. And then now, oh no, we can't have you at our church. Or no, we can't, we can't be associated with you. That was hurtful. But, to see people come back, man, it showed me the grace of God, man. God's grace in human form.
Man, a lot of dates were canceled. I remember a major date that got canceled.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you the type of brother you are, which only extends the love of our brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
This church really wanted you, and they didn't want to cancel you.
Yeah.
And they was like, we got to. Is there anybody that you would want us to come? You would want to come in your stead.
Yeah, yeah.
And you said Isaac Carree.
Yeah, absolutely.
And James, I went, and it was a bag.
Yeah.
And I thank God for it.
And you sent me a seed offering, though.
And I sent you a good seed.
You sent me and I needed it.
I sent you a good seed. I was like, ain't no way I'm taking all this bag and I ain't gonna share. And then another thing you did in that same season.
Yeah.
You had one of the greatest radio shows on Radio 1, the James Fortune Show. It was killing.
Yeah.
And it took them, normally that decision would have been made in a week, in a day.
Yeah.
It took them 3 months to make the decision, which let them know how much they loved you.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do it, but they got to the point where the pressure they had to.
Yeah.
And you said, let Isaac Carree have my show. I did your show for almost 4 months under the James Fortune Show.
Yep.
Which led me into radio.
Yep.
So you were so instrumental, even in your lowest point. You still were serving and giving and extending. Yeah. Man, I just want to say thank you for being so unselfish when you had every right to be like, the hell with all y'all.
Yeah. I think, because to me, honestly, if I'm being honest, I wasn't like bitter. A lot of people would be like, man, I ain't recommending nobody, man. Like, nah, that's my show. Y'all can figure it out yourself. But I really knew that you were called to do that as well. Like, you were an amazing personality, incredible friend. I was like, man, Isaac Carree, he gonna kill it. He gonna do it. I wanted to see the show still be successful, even though I wasn't gonna be able to be a part of it anymore, for obvious reasons. But man, I just wanted to see you win, and God's just been continuing to do it ever since, man.
Man, James, I'm so happy for you. So James, let's get to this other show that you created, man. Before the pandemic. That's what people don't know.
Right.
This show happened, I want to say 2017, 2018?
Yeah. 2017.
2017, you started Fortune's Live Talent, one of the greatest shows ever to hit the internet.
Come on.
And we blew up. We kind of had a Maverick City moment. Because we blew up in the pandemic, Doc.
Hey, that's when it took off. That's when it took off. It was crazy because literally, so Instagram started allowing you to have two people on.
Right.
So I would just, I'd be on and people be like, I want to sing for you. I'm like, all right. So I started letting people come on. And then all of a sudden, Isaac Carree said, I want to sing for you. He said, I want to mime for you. I joined him in the live, y'all. I got to tell it how it happened. I joined him in thinking he about to sing Bless Us. This man said, I'm finna mime, had use white lotion to cover his face. Isaac Carree came on that with lotion all over his face. I don't know where the lotion came from. I don't know what you was doing with it. Like, what is going on? Did he accidentally click on this? But man, when you started miming, that went viral. That moment shifted Fortune Live Talent forever. It was like, okay, these are not people on here singing. Isaac Carree came on here and did a mime with a whole facial and literally just shifted. It went viral. People was talking about it crazy. So when the pandemic hit, everybody stuck in the house. I'm like, that's when they created StreamYard.
Yes,
so it's
Lord.
like, because it used to be, I used to have to like, somebody come on and sing or whatever, and you get off it. But when they created that StreamYard and we were able to be on it together, me and my brother side by side.
It was over. James, when I tell you, and here's the thing, we call hell behind that show.
Yeah, man.
And we call hell behind that show. Church people.
Yeah.
Church people churching. They were churching us.
And my people.
I love my people.
Yeah.
Look, y'all minds. Yeah. I'm going to stick by you.
We going to stand beside you.
We going to stand beside you. We love y'all. Mm-hmm. But church people came for us hard because we had no respect to a person, bro.
Yeah.
We literally laughed at everything.
Yep.
And everybody.
Yep.
It didn't matter if they were good, bad, or indifferent.
Yep.
We laughed at each other.
Yes.
And there were people who came on our shows that could really sing.
Yeah.
And there were people who came on our show that was horrible.
Right.
But we had fun.
We had fun.
And when we started out, we could have aborted that whole
Yeah.
thing based off the comments.
Listen, because you got to think about it. I still had trauma.
Yeah.
I'm still dealing with trauma for being
So it
talked
was
about.
risky.
Yeah, so me being talked about, I was like, all right, we may need to just, because we make fun of each other. Like, I'd be trying to sing, you'd be like, James, now you can't sing, be quiet. What are you doing? And they think it was just about good singers, bad singers. It wasn't. It could be the curtain somebody had behind them.
Right.
And it could be a phone ring or something happened. Like, it was just a fun time. It felt like, that's what we call it, the FLT family. It
Yes.
was like just having fun with your family. It ain't no different than uncles making fun of the nephews, cousins. Like, we
Yes,
was
sir.
literally having a good time, but people had a problem, thought we was picking at people. And so, yeah, they started to kind of give us some backlash. And I was like, all right, we may need to stop, bro, because I'm not trying to deal
And
with
I was like, absolutely not.
Yep.
We march on until victory. And we marched on, man. We brought Shay Shay in. What up, Shayla? We love you. We miss you.
Shay.
Yeah, so we brought Shay Shay in, man, and we really built something special, man. And here's the greatest part about it. We laughed, we joked, but if you watch the show,
Yeah,
man, we changed the trajectory of people's lives.
man, at a difficult
Man,
time.
what's some of the things, James, that we did for people?
Oh my goodness! All right, this was a blessing, and it's the I'm giving flowers to the whole FLT family.
Period.
Not just us.
It ain't just
Chandler.
us.
Yeah, like people. So man, we were able to pay off people who be getting evicted. Like literally, we got eviction notices from people part
3
of
and
the
4
family.
months behind on their rent.
Rent, yes. Man, cars being repossessed.
Repoed.
Paying medical bills for people in the hospital. Help pay funerals. I mean, some of everything.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you the greatest one. When we did that, when we blessed that family of, was it 6 or 7 for Christmas?
Yes.
All those
yes.
kids?
Took care of all the Christmas gifts. Made
All the
everybody
Christmas
had
gifts.
whatever they wanted. And I think that goes to show you don't understand really when you just see a clip or a moment or when you really, like you say, watch the show, man, God used us in that season and still does to be a blessing, to help people, to be a lifeline to people who are really going through some very, very difficult times. So it wasn't just about the singing and talent, man. It was about the sowing as well, how we were able to help people we were in a pandemic, blessing people.
100%, and we boss, James.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be arrogant on this one.
Come on.
We got Joker's record deals.
Oh, absolutely.
But we
Absolutely.
got 2 people right now
Yes.
in the top 12 of American Idol that
Idol.
started at Fortune's Live Talent.
Absolutely.
Don't play with us. Don't play with us.
Yes.
And it was only a few that came back.
Yeah.
Like the one that say thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, all them
Rest of them
few.
jokers used our platform, got it there, and never came back and say thank you. And we
Yeah.
ain't want nothing.
Yeah.
We never tried to take nothing. We only gave advice.
Yeah.
But some people were very grateful and very thankful. Some
Yeah.
people kind of was like, all right, so read between the lines. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They kind of gave
I'm
us a
out.
butt to
And we
kiss.
ain't heard from him since.
Yeah, we ain't heard from them since. But here's the thing.
Respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully. But we celebrate them.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because we feel like our platform was just that, a platform to help young artists.
Yeah.
Because I would go there, I would go on these rants.
Yeah.
About labels
Yep.
and how trash they are.
Hey.
And I would have label heads calling me like, I'm like, am I lying? Am I lying? We've been through this. So I
You
want to
can't-
say thank you.
You don't
for-
like ungrateful. Hey, one thing about it, you can at least say thank you. That's one thing. You don't ask for nothing. You say at least say thank
My
you.
mama used to always say, a thank you will take you a long way.
A long way. And so when you think about FLT and even with the singers, for me, it felt so natural, Ike, because I always have asked God to help me use whatever platform he gives me to bless other people, whether it's artists or whatever. So in the show, I felt that. And I think what we did is we created the space and then, God created the stage. And this is what I call it. I call it divine discovery, because this is what happens. A lot of times, even when it comes to people like Zacardi or Todd or artists who, God has helped me to, use my stage, I think it's not that they weren't already gifted or anointed. They were already who they were. I remember Todd, when he first sent me the email of the song, The Curse is Broken, I was like, who is this person? Like, you are incredible. He said to me, as a song, I say, okay, I'll take the song, but only if you lead it. I need that anointed on the song. But that's what it is. We weren't launching artists, man. We were launching assignments. Like, we were allowing God to allow us to launch assignments and send people out. So, man, it was just great, and it's been great, and I must continue to be that person. If we see somebody gifted, you do it now. You've done it even when it comes to my singers, Mignon, other people you've recommended for other opportunities and other doors that have been open. So, man, thank you for that as well. You've always been that way.
Absolutely. Speaking of Todd, man, we were talking to Todd, and Todd just literally gave you your flowers. He literally talked about how the song was sent to you. And he said the very next day, you called him and said, "What you doing tomorrow?" He said, "Huh? Yeah, I got a show. I don't want to fly you in. What you doing tomorrow?"
Yeah.
He said the next day, he was like, "Nothing." He said, and that's where it all began.
Yeah.
And James, I don't think you know this. You have launched more careers than any other gospel artist
Wow.
in the last 25 years.
That's
Like, bro,
wow.
from Zaccardi to Todd to Lisa Knowles to you help because I know Mignon to JoJo to
Man.
it's so many people that you've extended your platform.
Yeah.
Pastor Mike, it was you that took him to an event that you had time to perform at. You said, hey, I got 30 minutes. I'm gonna do 15. I'm gonna give him 15.
Yeah. No, so I was. They were doing a fundraiser for the Stellar Awards in Chicago. They called. So I had been with Pastor Mike. He had a song called Big. People didn't really know it yet, but it was, of course, it was incredible. People know it now. But I told him, I said, listen, I had 15 minutes. I said, let me do 10 and let him do this one song. It's incredible. Y'all need to hear it. So got with my band A-Run. Shout out to A-Run Lewis.
A-Run Lewis.
So I did Favor, and then he came out and did Big, and they literally told him at this event. They said, man, you'll be seeing us again. Like literally, and he's always, thanked me for that and given me public credit for that. So shout out to Pastor Mike. He said thank you. He's one of the ones that came back.
He's one of the ones that came back and said thank you publicly.
And now he just out of there.
He's out of here.
Yeah, he's out of here.
But it was your relationship.
Yeah.
That and humility. There it is. Your relationship and your humility that say, hey, here's a platform I want to extend to people that I love, that I believe in. That's not normal, bro. I'm not saying that there aren't artists that have done it for people. Donald Lawrence has done it for people. Kirk has done it for people. There are a few artists, but sometimes people don't do it because it's like, if I help them, then it's gonna hurt me. If I give them a platform, then people will forget about me. And it's so interesting that it happens so much in the mainstream. It was Missy Elliott that put on Aaliyah. It was Missy Elliott that put on Jodeci. And the list goes on and on and on. But somehow in gospel, that it's not always extended.
Man, when I remember my first tour, I had 5 minutes. Me and Bashan Mitchell were the opening acts, and it was the Kirk Carr was the headliner, Smokey Norfield, Risen. I remember
that was an Al Wash tour, right?
Yep, Al Wash. Yep, it was the church. I forgot the name of the tour. But what happened was, I remember I had Zaccardi come in. I would just have him do a little hymn. I had a song, my first song called "You Survive." Somebody literally came up to me. Somebody who I respected came up to me and said, "You letting him do too much. Like it's becoming too much about Zaccardi. It need to be more about you." And I was like, "No." I said, "I don't agree with that." I said, because if that's my brother and he's gifted and anointed, it's not about me or him. It's about God getting the glory. And that was my introduction into the industry. So I'm like, what am I really getting into? Is it about a calling or is it about just being a star? So I've always had a heart to, if somebody's gifted, if somebody's got something on them that God has given them, I want to highlight it. I'm not trying to hide it. I want to highlight it.
Gotta tell somebody, can't keep it to myself. I'm just a nobody, trying to help somebody else.
What inspires you, James? You've been doing gospel for a long time now. You've had a lot of highs. You've had some lows. But what inspires you to just keep going in spite of? The music business is not like it was 10, 15 years ago. Today, but what inspires you?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. It's the stories. It's the stories and testimonies I get from people. It's how sometimes in a moment where you feel, man, I don't care how gifted you are. At some point you can feel like, man, am I really making an impact? Because it's one thing to impress people, but to really impact people. But it's when somebody says, James, your song helped me when I was literally going through the worst time. When I had to bury my child. It was that song, I Trust You. They really helped me get through that. It's like when I hear things like that, even in moments like when I'm like, man, I don't really feel like doing this. It's like to me, God was like, every testimony is another track.
Woo!
It's like every time you feel like you're about to have a breakdown, that's another bar. It's another opportunity for you to create something that can help change lives, help other people's lives.
Say that again. Every testimony is a what?
Yeah, every testimony is another track.
Wait a
minute, you got the organ in there? Do it again. Yes, sir. I like that. Oh, I got to say something. I only got one so far. I got to dig in.
That's good, Doc.
I got to get in my bag. I got to get some more of them, all right? But yeah, so that's what it is. So I think for me, it's hearing people's testimonies of how songs have blessed them. And think about it. This is what's crazy, how God works. I Trust You. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but
go.
I Trust You was written when I was homeless. Like, think about it. Like, for God to give me a song that has impacted millions, when I was home, when I ain't have nothing. Because see, for me, I Trust You wasn't a hit song. It was healing. My family, we homeless, we in this.
Take this.
Yes, sir. So.
Oh,
It's the Isaac Carree Show. Wait a minute.
We gonna bring the church in.
Okay, we got a little church too.
It wasn't just a. It wasn't a. It was.
It wasn't just a hit song. It was healing for me because I needed that. Man, I had no idea how I was gonna get my family out of the situation. We were homeless, but I wasn't hopeless. And so I think for
that's good, James. I was homeless, but I wasn't hopeless.
Yeah, I still had hope. So for me, it was like, man, trusting God in that season of my life, being able to write that song that is still blessing me 16 years later.
Yes,
you know,
Lord.
when I say blessed, I mean in my sleep it's blessing me. It's called residuals. It was before Breezy said it. It's called residuals. And so, man, it's like sometimes you have to understand why you're in certain seasons of your life, that God is trying to birth something that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, that you wouldn't even imagine in your life. So I've learned to be content. I've learned to trust God because that song showed me then how God was able to shift the whole trajectory of my family, where my children's children would be blessed through that season.
And James, you have some hits, bro. Man, God, like, God has allowed you to write some of the greatest stories. It's like, man, and I want to ask you this, and this is not even on my card. I want to ask you this. Did you ever get to a place where you felt like all of my songs felt like ballads?
Yeah.
And did you feel like you got stuck in a vein? But you never stopped.
Yeah.
Did you feel the pressure to? I mean, because you got like Favor and you got other upbeat songs.
Yeah.
But when you first started, everything was balanced, but they were top. I mean, immediately, within weeks, they were number ones.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever feel the pressure of changing that? Or you just say, whatever God give me, I'm gonna do?
I did feel the pressure. So this is why I was like, man, it was really ballad heavy. You know, you go from, I'm gonna just run them, not just because they're my hits, but they
run them down.
Just to help.
Because this is Isaac Carree Show.
Just to help with the points. Hold on, let me get a sip first. It's gonna take a while to do this. All right. It's a lot of them. All right, so you go from You Survived to I Trust You to I Believe to I Need Your Glory to Still Able to Live Through It. And most of those songs, man, were birthed through trials. But you go to those ballads. So I'm at shows with a show full of ballads because you obviously got to sing the songs.
You got to sing the songs, people, and they play them on the radio like crazy.
Right. They like, listen, I know you're trying to get your up-tempos from your album in, but we want to hear I Trust You, I Believe. So for me, I did feel the pressure. And so what happened was one Lent season, I don't know if they still do it, but Chick-fil-A, they would do a fish sandwich.
Okay. So
I was like, oh my goodness, because I love Chick-fil-A. I was like, if Chick-fil-A doing a fish sandwich, it's about to smack. It was terrible. It was terrible. They don't need to do fish. Let whoever do fish. And so it was like, God, show me, man, do you. Like, do what you call to. Don't try to force yourself into a lane that I didn't call you to.
That's good.
Like, stay with what, if God gives me, he gives me up-tempo song or whatever, and it takes off and people love it, to God be the glory. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just grateful to be used and to have to be able to say, man, to hear you say, man, I'm tied with my music hero, Kurt Franklin.
Yeah.
Like, for number one songs, man, listen, I surrender. Like God, whatever you give me, when you talk, all right. Instead of trying to force it, I think that's for a lot of people. Like, you may see somebody else have success in the area that you may be in, and be like, man, I want to do it like them. I want a song like that. I want like, man, do what God gives to you, and that's what will be. That's where the oil will be on.
100%.
It will be on your authenticity. He cannot bless who you pretend to be. He can only bless who you authentically are.
Oh, that's good.
So that's what God will anoint.
And blessed you are. How have you balanced being a businessman, artist, worship pastor, and family man? You have a lot of things on your plate.
Yeah.
Like, how do you balance that, bro? And James, I say this publicly. You are one of the greatest fathers. Compared to you, I am a trash dad. No, I'm a trash dad compared to you. You get in the weeds.
Yeah.
You do everything, bro. Like, how have you balanced all those things but still make time to be great at what you do?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be honest. I had something that you didn't have, and I ain't even trying to put you out there like nothing like that.
No, talk about it.
My dad was very, very, very involved in my life. Like, he was a pastor. He was at everything. He was like you see me at all my sons' kids' games. So he was a part of everything I was doing. Even when I started my group, it was Youth for Christ before it was ever Fire. Rehearsals were at his church. Like, he was just very involved in my life and supported whatever I wanted to do. And so, even though he was a pastor, he never put the church before his family.
That's good.
So even when it came to ministry, some balance. Like, no, I'm not missing my son's game. I'm not missing this. I'm not missing this event. I'm not going to an event because I think those moments, they go by so fast.
Yeah,
man.
they do.
You got to think, I got a 18, 19, and 20-year-old. it seemed like they was just what,
Bro,
five,
yeah.
And when I saw Elena, I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Like it flies by. So I think you never can get those moments back. So I always understood, listen, fans will fade, moments will fade, people will stop, they'll be shouting somebody else's name, but the family, your kids, man, those memories will last forever.
What's your creative process when you come up with these songs? I know, like I've seen it. I have a front row seat in how you come up with stuff. You send me and it's funny. You have these voice notes.
Yeah, I sing. What are you talking? I sing. What do you mean?
All
How?
right.
I sing. What do you mean? How do you do it? How do we sing, bro? Like all these songs are because I'm a vocalist. Stop playing with me. Y'all think I
Snatched. Ain't no way you sing. Ain't no way you sing.
I sing it. I'll do it right now.
Wait, clear your throat.
That's for the Patreon. I can't do that. I charge that. Y'all gotta get an invoice for that. I talk for free. I sing. But no, the creative. I'm gonna be honest. It usually starts with a melody, and I know I'm doing about to sing. It usually starts with a melody. I may hear or a song title. You know, when I was in that hotel room, God said, James, you got to live through this. So that song.
That's what Live Through It was birthed from.
Live Through It birthed from. He say, listen, you've been encouraging everybody else, talking about trust God, believe, it's already, you have got to live through it. And I began to write that song, Live Through It, in that season of my life. So a lot of times, saying that's what's crazy. The ones that have stuck have been the ones that came in some difficult seasons of my life. It's amazing what God can produce in dark seasons. Matter of fact, I'm not a photographer, but I have heard that pictures are developed in dark rooms. And a lot of times—
Lexi's our photographer. Is that right, Lexi?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've heard. So a lot of time we in dark, it's like, no, that's development.
Yeah.
Like you're being developed. God is producing something. Because a lot of time, even when I see you do this, talk about creative process with this. Man, you've been talking about this for, 5 years? Yeah. You know, you waited. So everybody's like, man, 5 years. What was going on during 5 years? Development was happening. Because I believe like if you rush it, you ruin it. And a lot of times—
that's a bar down.
Yeah, that's for somebody. That's for somebody. I don't know who that's for. I feel like it's somebody over here. I feel a pulling over here in this section. I feel like when you rush it, you ruin it.
When you rush it, you ruin it.
And a lot of times we end up giving birth to underdeveloped vision because we're not willing to be patient and wait for God to fully let the baby go through full term. And so you having these difficulties, you having these extra hospital visits, you having all this sickness in your vision because you were impatient, and instead of trying to be patient and wait on God, you rushed it, you ruined it, and you gave birth to an underdeveloped vision.
Y'all give it up for that right there, please.
Oh, man.
That's so good.
Yeah, man.
That's a word, and people need to hear that. Man, I always use this analogy all the time where if you're at a church and somebody does an altar call, and there's a line.
Yeah.
It's your time to get prayer. It's just not your turn.
Woo,
so what happens when— I gotta hit myself.
Yeah, come on. I need a button.
Snatch!
Yeah.
Oh. They don't like that kind of preaching.
Oh, they don't like that. Oh, man. I need to set up over here, bro. I need to press that. That was good.
It's your time, but it's just not your turn. So what do you do between time and turn?
You do what David did.
What did he do, James?
David was anointed. Listen, David was anointed for it, but he wasn't appointed to it yet.
What?
So he
Take
knew
the win and go.
He knew. I don't want to get churchy on here today.
Yeah.
But he knew his time was coming.
That's so
he was
good.
anointed when the oil started flowing. It was on his life, but Saul was still king. So he had to wait. So it's about understanding, trusting God. It's not just about trusting God. It's also about trusting God's timing. Like, God, I don't just trust you. I also trust the timing, the plan that you have for my life. And I think that's what I'm seeing even when I see it. Man, when I got here, first of all, Ike didn't send me nothing in advance. I ain't see he said questions. But I ain't know what the set was gonna look like. I ain't know what I was walking to. I was we gonna be in a church. Hey, we gonna be in a church cafeteria. Like, all right, I was still gonna love him. Like, all right, Ike, hey, do not despise small beginnings. You know, it's gonna be greater later, but to walk in here and sit,
greater later is crazy.
You gotta encourage them. You know, you gotta be like, man, that's all right, man. Look, this. Yeah, I see vision. I see something happening here. This is a start. You know, and I would give you a bar for it. You know, but at the end of the day, man, to walk in and see, man, this is amazing to see the patience that you had to wait on God and wait on the team, because it takes a team to make this happen. What I'm seeing, what I walked into, and I think you're a true testament, man, to see that waiting on God. That's not just about me. It's about you waiting to see this happen. And I'm just so excited, man. And I'm glad that you didn't rush it. I'm glad you didn't just do it just because a lot of times people will rush you. They'll try to rush you too. Like,
100%.
"Man, what you waiting on? What you waiting on?" Man, listen, God got me, and this was the perfect time and His divine time. And man, I think because a lot of times, I'm gonna tell you that. So when I wanted to release my first album, I didn't have "You Survive" written yet.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm always going through stuff, but that's what God got to do. That's what happens in my life.
I'm going through stuff all the time.
Man, like my whole group had left. We was Youth for Christ Dead. My whole group had left because it was just taking so long. They couldn't wait. That's why I say you discover when you just sometimes God allows you to wait to weed out who's not supposed to be with you.
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. I believe that. I believe that a lot of time before He elevates you, He wants to expose those who are not really for you. So for me, I was trying. I was like, yo, I'm trying to get my, we working on a demo, and so they went and joined a whole nother group. I was just
Never
by
heard
myself.
of them.
Never
heard of them.
They left me. I was like, man. So in that season, I wrote "You Survived," which ended up being a song that my friend played on the radio, and a record label, Carrie Douglas, heard it.
What's up, Carrie? Carrie Douglas?
He thought it was Greg O'Quinn. I told him, he thought it was him. He's like, man, who is that? They told me it was me, and he didn't know who I was, gave my number. But it just goes to show, man, I was trying to burst something to her. Like that song, "You Survived," it made it to number 2.
Okay.
And then my career just kind of went from there. But it was just me, like, understanding, like, man, I just really got to trust God. Like, I think you be thinking you ready. It's no different than our kids.
Yeah.
They be thinking they're ready for something else. Like, as
You
a
are not
father,
ready. Yeah.
I love you too much to give you too much. I know you want that.
James.
So I was with my son. I remember I was with Jace. So Jace, man, shout out to Jace. He's incredible. Jace 7. And he's been making he has not made a B this whole year. He's the only student in this class has not made a B the whole year. Jace is extremely smart. So I took Jace, I said, man, go pick whatever you want. I said, man, I'm so proud of you as a proud father. He came back with a toy. It said 10 and up. Jace only 6. Well, he's 7 now. He was 6 at the time. And even though I loved him, I was proud of him, I understood that if I gave him that too soon, it would do more damage than good. Ooh. So it didn't mean that I wasn't proud of him, I don't love him. It's like, no, I just can't give you that yet because you're not mature enough to handle it. And I think many times we're praying prayers, we're asking God to manifest prayers that we're not mature enough to handle. Blessings make sick people sicker. So why would I give you something, you still trying to be healed, you still going through trauma, and I'm gonna give you stuff? Like, no, it's like, I know how much you can handle. So a lot of times we gotta say, listen, it's not the time yet. I know you think God is not pleased with you, He's not happy. It has nothing to do with it. He's just maturing you. He is developing you so that when He gives it to you, you won't just get it, you'll keep it.
James, you're a preacher.
I mean, I just talk a little bit, man.
No, James, like literally, bro, have you ever preached?
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you, I got my first preaching. I shout out to our sister. My first preaching engagement was Kiara Sheard. What was the conference? Oh my God!
Bo Bright. Was it?
It's a B. It's a B.
I sang at it one year in Detroit.
That was my first years ago. She was having a conference.
Blight, something like that.
It was something. But shout out to Kiara Sheard. That was my first. But nah, I just like I said.
Kiara Sheard Kelly.
Kiara Sheard Kelly.
Put that last name on it. Put that last name on it.
Right, got to get it right. But so yeah, that was my first preaching engagement, and I don't really do preaching engagement, bro. I minister. I speak. I do whatever I feel led to do. I speak to
if
men.
I started a church,
there's good money in that. Huh? Close the doors.
If I started a church, James, I would that you would. Everybody rest on your feet right now. We have a gift. Thank you, Dylan. Yes. Obedience is better than sacrifice. We're in Houston, Texas, and we have a young man that has a word from the Lord.
I gotta sit like this.
Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of man what God has in store for this young man. You know him for his music, but today we brought him here because he has a word in his mouth. Rest on your feet and give God praise for James Fortune.
Listen, one of the most difficult things to do is find yourself in a storm. And be able to still say in that storm, Lord, James, I trust you.
James.
Sing fire. I brought fire with me.
Yo, I got a funny story. You remember the One Love Cruise?
But what happened?
The One Love Cruise. We used to do these One Love Cruise. Shout out to Radio 1.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And it was when I Trust You was like, first of all, I Trust You was on charts for probably like 175 weeks. Yeah. It was the longest running song on charts at that time forever. And everybody knew James. We was on the cruise every step we took. That's the thing I loved and hated about the One Love Cruise.
Right.
As soon as you walk out that cabin, you was taking pictures, kissing babies, and shaking hands all day.
The whole time, yeah.
So everywhere we go. So James would shake people's hands, James like,
one of the most difficult things to do is
that intro.
James Fortune, one of the most difficult things.
And somebody was like, huh? He's like, you don't know my song? One of the most difficult, you don't know James Fortune. Man, we cried.
Yes.
He was introducing himself as Mr. One of the most difficult things.
Listen, because at that time, you gotta remember, you had people, so you had our level. You know, you had our level,
It was
right?
levels.
It was levels. But you had people like Yolanda, they couldn't even come out their room.
Yeah,
you know,
Kirk.
Donnie, Kirk, yeah, they couldn't come out their room. So they knew the songs, but they didn't really know us like that. So I had to be like, but then once they found out, oh my goodness. So it was just crazy. I was just trying to connect with people, man. I think at that time, we looked at that cruise as it was a time to minister, but also we'd be able to network, meet people. I hosted morning prayer. Like, it was amazing, man. I wish the One Love Cruise would come back, man. Maybe the Isaac Carree Show gonna do a cruise.
Wait a minute.
Tom Joyner, Ricky Smiley do a cruise. Maybe one day
put it on the wish
the
list,
Isaac Carree Show. Listen, I'm gonna put it in the atmosphere. I'm gonna make it the Isaac Carree Show cruise, man. I know, I love it.
Woo!
Yes,
James,
sir.
if you had the opportunity to do a feature with anybody in the world
That I haven't done
that
with
you haven't done,
Okay.
who would it be?
Whew. I would say Yolanda Adams.
Really?
Yeah, I've never, because we
Oh,
both
that's easy.
We both from Houston. Like, that's the one artist I could think of that I haven't worked with. Her and CeCe Winans, them are the two people that I've never worked with on any level, whether writing or, but I think Yolanda, we both from H-Town. I've always been a huge fan. Back in the day when I used to see y'all come to Six Flags, and I used to be in the front row jumping up and down excited as a fan. It'd be her, John B. Key, Kurt at Six Flags in Houston. Man, I've just always been a huge Yolanda Adams fan, and we've never worked together. I've been on her show, Yolanda Adams Morning Show and everything, but that's one person that I haven't worked with that I would love to work with.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, man. I've been asked that a few times, and that's always been my answer. So
Auntie,
shout out
James
to
gonna do a
Auntie.
song with you.
Yeah, man, we gotta go and whip something up. I guess I gotta go through a struggle, and then I'm gonna get something good enough.
I renounced that. Our struggling days are over, dog. God gonna give you,
Right.
God gonna give you some songs in a good season.
Yeah, man.
I'm buying that.
Yeah.
What would you say to those who still define you by the chapter of the life that you went through? What do you say to those people who still, for whatever reason, you went through something over a decade ago?
Yeah.
And there are people who still might be like, And again, it's us. It's our church folk.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Man, I honestly would say I understand. I get it, because I understand people who aren't able to get past that chapter of my life. But what I really want them to understand most, you remember my failure, but don't miss God's faithfulness. And when I say that, it's because, yes, I failed. Yes, I made a mistake. I ain't blaming nobody. I'm not making excuses for it. But when you see the faithfulness of God since then, how God was able to repurpose, to take what the enemy meant for evil and not deem to be churchy and really walk me through that. I've had women come to me and said, you know what, I thank you for your testimony. Thank you for explaining how abuse works. Because a lot of them still have felt like it was their fault. Like, if I wouldn't have did this, then they would. I say, no, abuse is not even a mistake. A mistake is forgetting your wallet at home. Abuse is a choice. Like, it's a decision. It's not like it was nothing that you did. And so I think for people to highlight the failure but miss the faithfulness, it just goes to show. And just because I sin differently than they have, because we all have sinned, and I'm not making excuses for my actions. But at the end of the day, if you only focus on the failure, you'll miss the faithfulness. And I think God has been faithful to me. I did have to do the hard work. I did have to go through therapy because I was one of those ones that thought like therapy was for like crazy people, like or you just pray it away.
Right.
Like, I would just pray it away.
That's what the church teaches.
I believe you could have Jesus and a therapist.
100%.
You could have the wonderful counselor and a licensed counselor.
Yes.
And I believe that's what helped me get through that, man. Understanding. So listen, I understand how people are able to hold on to that. Listen, that becomes their issue.
Yeah.
Because I've forgiven myself. That was the most important thing that the therapist told me. Listen, you got to forgive yourself, because if you do not, you will continue to have resentment toward yourself, and you'll be in this perpetual cycle of it because the pain and the anger you have toward yourself, you'll project onto other people. So I can't control other people forgiving me. The issue was controlling. I had a controlling issue. I cannot control what they do. I can only control what I do. And so for me, man, like, I understand it, but don't miss how faithful God has been since that moment.
So what's next for James Fortune, man?
Man, I believe, honestly, man, I always say this. I don't be knowing. I'd be like, God, what's next? And he'd be like, see, this is the thing. Remember,
I get back with you.
Yeah, like, remember, God told Abraham, he said, go. He said, well, first of all, he said, leave your native country and go to a place I will show you. Now, let me bless you with this, because this is how I understand it. He said, leave your native country and go to a place I will show you. until and this what Abram did. He did this, y'all. He took people with him, family. He said, no, you're supposed to lead him. So as long as he was still going with people that wasn't supposed to be there, he had never even left. Because a lot of times we'd be like, when I'm gonna get there? Well, you ain't even left yet. Because I told you to leave your native country and your people. He took them with him because he figured like, oh no, I'm gonna still take them with me. You never get to where you're going until you first leave where you were.
Oh my God, that is so good.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of people are like, man, why am I stuck in this cycle? Like, you haven't left yet. God give you his specific instructions, and we want to do it our way. You're still leaving. That's why you haven't arrived yet. He said, leave. You still in it. You still got the number saved. Like he said, leave. You wandering because you have not left yet. For somebody, it's time for you to leave.
It's time for you to leave.
It's time for you to leave so that you can get to the place that God is showing you.
That's so good.
A lot of us ain't left yet. We say because partial disobedience is still disobedience.
It's still disobedience.
He said, leave them. I'm gonna leave, but I'm gonna take them with me. Well, you ain't left yet.
Oh, James.
You ain't left yet. You still there.
So good.
You could be you could be in a different geographical location.
Yes.
But mentally, mindset, you're still in the same place. So until you leave, I will never. And in the moment, and he separated from his family. The very next verse it says, then from that God began to speak again. And then he began to show them and say, I'm gonna make you, father of many nations. It was not until he left that he was able to get instructions on where he was gonna go next.
Oh, that's so good.
So it's still some stuff I gotta leave before I get these next instructions on where I'm going.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm being honest. Like it's some stuff I'm still holding on to. I ain't left yet.
Well, James, when you leave, I'm going with you. So when you leave and I go with you, does that mean you ain't left yet?
No, because he didn't tell me not to take you with me.
Okay, I'm going.
If he say leave Isaac Carree at the Isaac Carree Show with the bar and all that up there.
Wait a minute, James. They don't see that. They don't see. See, you the only guest coming here talking about we got drinks.
If it ain't real, it ain't right.
When we put something in your cup for you.
No. This ain't that, though. No.
So I got a game for you.
Let's do it.
It's called This or That.
Oh.
One has to go. You can't.
One has to leave.
One has to leave. Fortune's Live Talent or Sunday Best?
Which one need to leave?
Yeah.
Or which one I want to keep?
It's the same thing.
Okay, Fortune's Live Talent. I thought it was like they got, no, Fortune's Live Talent.
Now you choose. It's like one got to go, one got to leave.
Oh, Fortune's Live Talent got to stay.
Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
It was better anyway. If they want to bring the show back, if BT want to bring the show back,
bring that back.
We can show you how to judge some singers.
We'll even let you keep the name.
We'll let you keep the name.
You can bring us with we the sauce. Bring us back.
We the sauce. Because we ain't going to judge your anointing. We don't care about your anointing. We want to know if you flat, you sharp. We ain't going to tell you if you want to sing what, but anyway. All right. One got to go.
Okay.
I trust you or I believe.
I believe got to go.
100% he got to go.
I
love that joint.
I believe got to go if I had to.
One got to go. Birmingham or Houston?
Birmingham got to go. H-Town. Come on, I'm still
H-Town.
It's still home. That's my birthplace. H-Town.
Yes, sir. Studio or live shows?
Studio. Live show got to go. I like studio.
Really?
Yeah, for me, if I had to choose one. I love both, but I just like this. I think you get to work on I just feel like in the studio, I get to really work on it, hear it. Like I've done I've done 2 live recordings.
And they were incredible.
Yeah, but
AJ's live shows are impeccable. I can't believe I would have got that wrong.
Yeah, I love studio. I love studio.
Okay.
Even if I make it sound live, I just love working in the studio.
It's about to get hard.
Even if I do a live one, I like going back in the studio in that process that I do the live.
Okay, this is about to be difficult.
All right, difficult.
And I'm sorry I got to do this to you, but one got to go.
All right.
Kurt Franklin or John P. Key?
Oh, my gosh.
And you got to answer.
I got a John P. Key tattoo on my arm.
You definitely got a John P. Key tattoo on your arm. Look at Chase.
They ain't know that, huh?
That man got Jesus' real on his arm.
It ain't his name now. But when I was 17, the only tattoo I ever got. 17, I got Jesus is Real from his song, Jesus is Real, on my tattoo. But he got to go. I got to be Kurt for me.
Wow, okay,
yeah, he got to go.
Steak 48 or seafood boil?
Steak 48 got to go.
You a seafood?
I'm a seafood boy. That's it. Yeah. Steak 48. And that's my favorite restaurant.
Yes.
But as far as, and you in my top 2. You and my wife. Shout out to my wife. Y'all make the best 2 seafood, crab, Alaskan king crab. Oh, my goodness. I could do that, y'all. That's what y'all should have had. So all that liquor. You should have had a boil over there. And then we would have went in.
That's a little nasty, man.
Oh, Oh, close the doors, man. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
All right. NBA or NFL?
Which one gotta go?
Yes.
Why you couldn't say like NBA and hockey?
No, if I knew hockey would go.
NBA gotta go.
NBA gotta go?
I watch a lot of football, man. I like college. Yeah.
Are you a blinds up guy or blinds down? When you open your blinds at home.
Oh, jeez.
You are perverted. That's what your next song gonna be.
No, I'm trying to think like.
You got a perverted mind. All this preaching, you vulnerable.
I'm
all this preaching coming out, you vulnerable.
I'm wide open.
You wide open.
What happened, man? Listen.
You gonna be doing your next interview like this.
Shut up and do that again. Zoom. No. Blinds up.
Blinds up. Me too.
Blinds up. Yep.
Toilet paper under or toilet paper over?
I don't know.
You don't know? Do you want to pull from the bottom or you want to pull from the top?
What is happening here? Did you say bottom or top?
Do you want your toilet paper over or do you want your toilet paper under?
Over.
Me too. Okay.
Yeah, over. My goodness.
Y'all make some noise for James Fortune!
Thank you.
Oh my God.
GP, are you with me?
Oh, that's right, James. Let's go.
Yeah, GP, are you with me?
It's your boy. It's your cousin. It's your nephew. Yes, sir.
GP, are you with me?
James, take this next part right here.
Yeah. Listen, all my people say.
Stop.
Hey, act nice say.
Stop.
Yeah, all my family say.
Stop.
Yeah, all my people say.
Yeah!
Hey,
That's the
listen.
closest y'all gonna get to Kurt Franklin and James Fortune having a talk-off.
He's not gonna do it, man. He's not gonna do it. I'm not doing it.
Yo, what's up, fam? It's your boy Isaac Carree, and guess what? The Isaac Carree Show has gotten even better. We have our official Isaac Carree merch. Trust me, it's not just a look. It's a movement. We have hoodies, tees, hats, mugs, and so much more. You've been watching the show, and now it's time to wear the brand, rep the message, support the vision, and look good while you're doing it. So go ahead and grab your merch and let the world know you're a part of something special. The Isaac Carree Show is more than a show. It's a lifestyle. Shop now. Link below. Listen, y'all know I like to keep it sharp, clean, and classy on the Isaac Carree Show. So I got to give major shout-outs to my homeboy, Antar LeVar, the menswear line that had your boy looking right on a few episodes. Antar LeVar is where excellent meets elegance. The fit, impeccable. The details, next level. The confidence, automatic. If you're a man who knows his worth and wants to dress like it, Antar LeVar is the move, period. Big thank you to the team at Antar LeVar for keeping me suited, styled, and show ready. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you visit antarlevar.com and get fly like your boy.